Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Aqui é o Alexandre do canal Geek Gaiato. Mais um vídeo da série Abandonware Play on Linux, trazendo o jogo Fire Captain. Esse jogo aqui eu criei um instalador com o WinRAR e também traduzi o jogo para o português usando o tradutor e o chat GPT. Aí eu traduzi do inglês aqui. Aí eu criei 3 arquivos aqui também, ó, executáveis, com o idioma original, com uma tradução para o português brasileiro e uma tradução para o Esperanto. Eu vou disponibilizar o jogo no Terabox, né? Um link. E com o idioma Esperanto aplicado. Então, quem quiser o português, pimba, só executar aqui, ó. E extrair. Aí vai pedir confirmação para sobrescrever o arquivo e tal, sem crise, só mandar ver. Então aqui, ó, vou executar o arquivo. Vai estar aqui, pá, e tô, ó, extrair. A instalação é rapidinho. Ele já vai criar um ícone na área de trabalho. Aliás, 2. Que é um aqui de configuração. Depois aqui vai aparecer a imagem do jogo. Aqui, ó, o jogo já com a tradução do Esperanto, ok? Ó, tem alguns erros, porque o Esperanto tem algumas letras, por exemplo, o C com um acento circunflexo, que tem um som de cho, né? Chevalo, por exemplo, que é cavalo. Tem o S também com circunflexo, e enfim, é um idioma, é a língua internacional, né? Para quem não conhece, tem como objetivo ser a segunda língua de todos os países do mundo e ser um idioma universal, romper essa barreira do idioma, né? E sem ter o ranço cultural dos idiomas que acabam ganhando status de língua internacional por conta do poderio econômico, enfim. Essas questões de política local e internacional. Aí o Esperanto, que é até aprovado pela ONU, foi, né, aprovado e ganhou o status, né, de língua internacional e tal, que é justamente a proposta. E aqui o jogo vai até como uma forma de estimular, né, quem nunca conheceu, conhecer e se interessar e aprender o idioma, que é muito simples, tem 12 regras, é um idioma fonético, ok? Bom, mas esse não é o escopo do vídeo. Então, Bone, ok, confirmo, confirmar, show. Bom, aqui pode dar algum problema, mas a configuração foi feita. E aqui o link do jogo propriamente dito. Ah lá, viu? Era só dar um F5, ó. Já apareceu agora o ícone do game. Esse aqui é o ícone original, tá? Mas aí eu peguei e criei um ícone, aqui peguei uma imagem aqui na web e criei um ícone diferente. Eis o jogo. palavras do Esperanto que são a grafia mesmo do português. Aquela tem várias fontes de inspiração, raízes latinas, se não me engano. Isso aí, depois que me interessar, depois diz que a gente opções, dá para baixar o volume. Assim fica melhor, né? Que aí a minha voz não fica suplantada pelo volume. Tem o parolado aqui, que é a interfazio kai volume de parolado. Volume da interface e da voz, né? Da narração aí do jogo. Créditos. Learn Ludi, aprendendo a jogar.
Welcome to the Smoke Eaters Training Center. You will learn how to manage the firefighters under your command. Before tackling any fire, you will learn the gestures that will guard against numerous and sometimes fatal errors. You will see the I button above the map, which you can use to view your objectives. In the Objectives window, you will see all the mission objectives and their status. They can be current, completed, or failed missions. An eye will appear on the map when an objective indicates a specific point on the map. If you click on the objective, the game view will automatically focus on the relevant area. You have a new objective. Let's start by learning to use the camera. You have achieved one of your objectives. You can move the game perspective in 4 directions. To do this, just move your mouse to the edges of the screen. You can zoom in or zoom out. This is a firefighter using the mouse wheel. His main tasks: rescue civilians and extinguish fires. Other types of firefighters intervene depending on the situation. They're specialists. Left-click on the unit to select it. To issue an order, right-click on the objective. Yes, Chief. You have achieved one of your objectives. You can issue orders direct on the ground. But you can also do this using the Controls window. When you select a unit, the relevant Controls window will appear. Left-click to carry out an order. Left-click again to confirm the target on the ground. The mini-map is shown at the bottom left of the screen. The different units on the ground are shown on the map. Your units are shown in green, incoming, or in orange, active. The white dots represent civilians. You can issue an order to your units by clicking on the mini-map. You have a new objective. A firefighter's main objective is to protect human lives. To rescue a victim, select the firefighter. The firefighter's other mission is to fight fires. He uses supply points to do this. We will see how to replenish it in a moment. Right-click on the fire to extinguish it. I hear you. You have achieved one of your objectives. You have a new objective. Firefighters can carry out other
Chief.
actions, i.e. utilize objects. They can, for example, reconnect the power supply. You can select several units at a time by creating a border around them. To do this, hold down the left mouse button and trace a line around the units to select them. The units within the border are then selected and await your orders. You can also hold down the control button and click on several units. You can also select or deselect a unit individually.
Yes, Chief.
Agora aplicando a tradução PTBR. Muito simples. 2 cliques, né? Executar de qualquer forma, extrair, e aqui é só dar um sobrescrever, né? Sim para todos. Aprendendo a jogar.
Welcome to the Smoke Eaters Training Center. You have achieved one of your objectives. You can also control vehicles. Some vehicles also carry reserves. Your firefighters can replenish their own reserves by right-clicking on the vehicle. You have a new objective. The vehicle's reserve can also run out, and you can refuel them in 2 ways. The first is to utilize a fire hydrant by positioning your vehicle close to it. A green line indicates you are in range of the fire hydrant. The blue line indicates you are refueling your vehicle.
Ficando perto do hidrante, ele já começa a
The second way
recarregar.
is to use a tanker.
Yes, Chief.
Tankers are used to refuel vehicles which carry reserves. You have achieved one of your objectives. You have a new objective. Vehicles can also transport firefighters. Then click on the vehicle to enter it. Yes. You have achieved one of your objectives. You have a new objective.
Yes, sir.
You have achieved one of your objectives. Firefighters cannot always access the fire. The pumper and the water tower can extinguish fires by using their mounted cannons. Simply select them and right-click on the fire. Yes, Chief.
Fire too far away. Fire too far away. You have achieved one of your objectives. Firefighters must sometimes enter buildings. Simply approach the building or place your firefighter in the zone. The roof disappears so you can see inside the building. Chief, you have achieved one of your objectives. You have a new objective. Yes, sir. You have achieved one of your objectives. A flashover situation occurs when combustible gases build up to a critical threshold. Ventilation points allow these gases and smoke to escape, thus reducing the risk of flashover. The easiest way to do this is to break the windows. Chief, you have achieved one of your objectives. If a fire is confined in a room with no air supply, it will die down. It then releases inflammable gases that build up but do not react in the absence of oxygen. If a large quantity of air comes into contact with these gases, a violent explosion occurs known as backdraft. Open a door and allow enough air in to cause backdraft. To avoid backdraft, create small smoke outlets to allow the fire to reignite without exploding. You will have to break the door to do this. Click on Break in the controls window. Then left-click on the target door. Chief, you have achieved one of your objectives. You have a new objective. Your firefighter will have to use stairways to reach certain areas. Stairways can be located outside or inside the building. Yes. Stairways inside the building will be shown by a green stairway icon. Right-click on the icon with a firefighter to take the stairway. Good work. You have a new objective. Some areas may be inaccessible using the stairway. In this particular case, you can utilize the aerial ladder. Select the aerial ladder and right-click on a window. Yes. Your firefighter can then access the window and just needs to break it. Select the firefighter and right-click on the window. Target out of range. Yes, Chief. Target out of range. I hear ya. Target out of range. Yes. Target out of range. I hear ya. I hear ya. Ready. Yes. I hear ya. Chief. I hear ya. Good work. You rescued a civilian. There are different types of fire which must be tackled using different methods. Class A, the classic fire. Wood, fabrics, rubber. Class B, hydrocarbons and chemical substances such as gasoline, oil, and butane. Class C, electrical fires. These are dangerous if attacked with a conducting agent such as water. Class D, metallic fires, the rarest kind, but that generate intense heat. Some extinguishing agents are ineffective against some classes of fire or can prove dangerous. The firefighter uses water, which is ineffective against Category B fires. Use the foam tanker to provide him with the right extinguishing agent. You have a new objective. You can be granted reinforcements during your mission.
I hear ya.
The reinforcement
You have a new objective
when
fire
backup
too
is
far
available,
away.
and you must click on it.
Fire too far away.
You will see the firehouse window at the bottom of the screen. This enables you to select your units and view their status. The firefighter's reserves include several types of extinguishing agents. To change the firefighter's agent, right-click on the vehicle carrying the agent required.
The firefighter will empty his current supply and refuel with the new agent. Chief. Chief. Yes, Chief. Chief. You have achieved one of your objectives. Emergency! A training session has gone seriously wrong and a fire has started in the building. A firefighter is in danger. He's lying in a room unconscious. Rescue the firefighter and extinguish the fire. Warning, no firefighter's life must be lost. The roof disappears so you can see inside the building.
Bom, tá aí, vou parar aqui. Mais um joguinho aí para entretenimento. Fire Captain. Também tem multiplayer, né?
A mafia gang has attacked a safe house harboring a witness. An injured police officer is still in the safe house. A police car has exploded and has set some buildings alight in the vicinity. The fire has already started to spread in several directions. There are still some civilians on the site. You must rescue them. Your entry point is to the northwest of the housing complex. There are several fire hydrants where you can connect your vehicles.
Então, já acabaram as explicações, vamos lá.
Yes, sir. A police officer is in danger in the safe house. You have a new objective. Yes, sir. I hear you. Yes. Yes, Chief.
Só eu entendi que o lance do player pode aparecer aqui uma outra opção aqui para ativar o modo cooperativo, talvez. Bom, eu não entendi muito bem.
A civilian is injured. Act quickly. Yes, sir. A civilian is seriously injured. Civilian reported lost. You have failed one of your objectives. Ready. Ready. The blast from an explosion flipped the streetcar over. You have a new objective. A civilian is injured. Act quickly.
É a primeira vez que isso acontece. Uma parada de desenho animado. O negócio ficou meio caótico. Gerenciar o recurso, salvar o maluquinho, conter o incêndio, aí ainda tem a parada lá do bondinho, né? Usar a ambulância que tem o SAMU. Cadê o SAMU? Conhecido que ele tá crashando, é isso?
I hear you.
Salvar lá o surveillance.
The fire from the streetcar accident has spread to a line of cars.
panic-stricken civilian has suffered a heart attack.
Failure.
He must receive medical assistance before being taken to the ambulance.
Introdução de game.
You have a new objective.
Dizendo isso, né? Repetitivo pra caceta. Bom, concluindo aqui o vídeo do jogo Fire Captain. Aqui ele vai ficar disponível no Terabox, neste link, ok? Quem quiser baixar é só escanear aqui esse link, né? Com Google Lens, coisa que valha. E tem um link de filiação para o Terabox. E aí por esse link você ganha, né, 1 tera de armazenamento gratuito na nuvem, no cloud Terabox. Show? Então aí, por gentileza, quem assistiu aí, acha que é válido, curta, se inscreva no canal, compartilhe, enfim. Aquela velha cantilena que todos os canais repetem a exaustão. Show de bola? Grande abraço. Ah, e também, se alguém se habilitar em revisar e corrigir essas traduções que eu fiz, basta ir na raiz do jogo, data ou date, e é data mesmo, não é date não. Então, data, localize, e lá se encontram os arquivos. Basta abrir com Gedit, Notepad. Esse aqui é qual? Sobre o editor de texto. Aí, ó, esse é o Gedit. Então, basta abrir com Gedit no Linux, ou um Leaf, não sei o que é lá, que é um outro editor de texto, né? Ou Notepad no Windows, ou sei lá, o Notepad++, ou Gianni, que também é gratuito, é bacana. Tem várias opções aí. Show? Então valeu, grande abraço, sucesso e paz. E quem eventualmente for baixar e jogar o jogo, de boa diversão aí. E desde já eu deixo a minha gratidão. Valeu, grande abraço, fui!